Welcome to freedomgarage.com. Tonight, we're going to go over unemployment within the United States. We're going to base our numbers off the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And we're going to show you some voodoo math. We're going to show you about the CLS census that calculates the unemployment rate within the United States pretty much by taking a blade of grass in your lawn and taking that one blade of grass compared to your whole lawn to calculate this census.
Okay, so we're going to define how the labor force is defined, okay, how unemployment is measured, what is the labor force, and the math on how all of the statistics are derived. Okay, so first, the civilian non-institutional population. That's made of every able-bodied American over 16 until the age of retirement. And that includes housewives, kids
65 years old.
under 65 years old. Yeah. Okay. Employed persons, obviously, are people that have a job. Anybody that works more than 15 hours a week, whether they are paid or not, are considered employed.
Hold on a second. You don't have to be paid to be counted as employed?
That's correct.
How does that work?
Well, that's what the survey guidelines are, and I'll show you. It doesn't matter. As long as they call your house and survey you, and there's an example of a kid that does 20 hours of chores.
So if my daughter's working on the farm
Uh-huh.
with my wife,
Yeah.
feeding cattle,
Yeah.
and they call her and say, "Do you work?" and she says, "Well, I work on the farm with my mom, but I'm not paid,"
Right.
she'd be counted as employed?
That's correct.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. That's correct.
Yo, you feed
Is this part of Washington's math?
You feed her, Scott.
Right here in black and white. Man.
Cool.
Yeah. And unemployed are people who do not have a job or didn't work on the farm during the reference week of the survey. Okay? So the surveys are conducted once a month.
So they'd call my house.
They'll call your house, and you know you're part of the survey because they'll ask you to join, all right? And I'll get into that, how you are participating in the survey. Okay? So the unemployment rate, that's the ratio of unemployed divided by the labor force. Okay? So once again, they'll call you and ask you in this survey, are you working this week? And you say, no. Didn't work on the farm, didn't do any chores, wasn't a housewife that helped out with the business at all.
So it's based on 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
So if they call me 4 weeks in a row and say 2 out of those 4 weeks she's working with her mom on the farm,
As long as she worked more than 20 hours a week, she's considered employed.
but what if for 2 of those weeks out of the 4 she didn't work at all?
Then she's not employed.
Wow!
You think
Now I understand why we can't get anything done in Washington, because
Right.
we don't even know who the hell's working and when they're working, and they don't even have to get paid.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so I'll put up a chart and guide you to the website where you can read.
So,
the
Rick,
exact-
explain the CPS system for us.
Yeah. Okay. So CPS is the current population survey. So since 1940, every month, 2,200 government employees have been calling homes that they choose who participates in the survey and who doesn't. They call the home once a month and conduct a survey. The CPS is 60,000 households, so approximately 110,000 people out of our population of 317 million people in this country. Okay, so what that makes up is 0.3% of 1% of the total population of the United States is surveyed once a month for a complete 4 weeks, take 8 weeks off, and then the same people are surveyed again for another 4 weeks.
So
And then they drop off the survey.
So, hold on a sec. Doing some quick math here. 2,200 census employees, okay, are making calls to 60,000 households a month. So that's 27.2 calls interviews per employee a month.
A month.
So we're to think that all 2,200 employees are actually making phone calls.
Well, you average, you take, some people are off on vacation, etc. Okay? But you think about it, you're employed, 160 hours a month on average, 40-hour work week, and you have to make 27.2 surveys.
Do we really need that many people calling? That's one, not even one call a day.
Pretty much, yeah.
So we're paying 2,200 people to not even make one call a day.
Yep.
And we wonder why we're broke.
Yep.
We can't keep the White House open.
has your daughter been working on the farm today?
Is this what it is? How long does it take to make that phone call?
Oh, she has? Okay, good. I'm going on break.
All right,
See you next week.
So it's approximately 11 questions.
11 questions
So
in an 8-hour day
so maybe
to one person.
Yeah, maybe 20 minutes of work. And of course, they're filling it out. Now these are highly trained professionals, okay?
Oh, of course they are. They work for the government.
Right.
Why would we think anything else?
So they
Look
have
at the website they rolled out for healthcare. It was great.
Oh yeah, it was wonderful.
What this CPS? What does this cost the? What does this cost the taxpayers of our country to pay these employees?
So the budget for this year was just released at I think $516 million.
$516 million.
Okay. Yep. So, but that's 2,200 Census Bureau employees. Okay. So there's all of the executives that have to supervise.
So that's
them.
an average of $234,000 a person.
If it were only 2,200 people, but it's not. It's more. Okay. These are just the Census Bureau employees that make the calls. Okay. To do their week's worth of work and then take the rest of the month off or whatever.
Okay.
Okay. Or hang around the.
So it's not a
water
total of 2,200 employees for the census. Those are
Right.
just the
Well,
people
I
making
mean,
the
there's,
phone calls.
there's mathematicians to figure out.
Oh yeah, to add the fuzzy numbers.
Oh, of
up.
course, they're highly trained. They're highly trained and experienced.
Oh, you're not.
I figured it out this
So
afternoon.
1 plus 1
and I'm not a
equals 2. We need
mathematician,
guys
okay?
for that, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then of course the executives and the directors.
Executives?
And yeah, people to manage the supervisors.
Did
to
you make
manage
your
the-
call today? I mean, what kind of executive is that? I want to see his bonus.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, we got to get these numbers crunched because the end of the month's coming.
Yeah.
Don't hurt yourself.
Did you make your 4 phone calls this week?
Yeah. Right.
What the Christ? Are you kidding me?
So that's it. That's the way it works.
Wow.
Now, to make things even more ridiculous is the actual great service they're giving to the United States by doing this. So we got to figure out that there's basically 3 components to coming up with the labor force statistics, and remember that all other numbers are derived from this survey. Okay?
Meaning what numbers?
Everything you see on the Bureau of Labor Statistics.
So people who are employed,
People who are employed,
people who are unemployed,
unemployed, full-time, part-time.
full-time,
Okay.
part-time. What about
Okay.
people that are marginally attached?
Marginally employed, yep. They come out of this survey too.
Okay. What
Okay.
about inmates?
Well, no.
Inmates aren't counted.
No.
How about the long time unemployed? People working 27
they-
weeks.
Now they are.
They've been looking for work
That's-
for 27
This
weeks.
just recently, they've fallen back into the count.